415G, gang disturbance, don't respond. Tenpenny on the scene.
Frank Tenpenny's power within Los Santos was undeniable, but how he moved would of course only go so far. Being in a gang unit, he instantly was seen to despise gangs, but that didn't stop him from butting in what was seen to be benefiting all, which ultimately caused his demise. That being in the street politics way too much. Him knowing the climate in LS was the reason this was even the case in the first place. He wasn't a supplier or anything in between. What he really relied on was gangs running up crack money or any gang and getting a slice. The alternative not doing that being sending death or of course jail.
Knew that fat fuck would see it our way.
Yeah, always do once they understand the choices we're offering.
And as far as his badge, all the things he did in the streets started to be used against him, showing how deep he was in with things.
Pendlebury's more of a concern. If he does what he's threatening, then shit's about to get real interesting.
Meanwhile, again, being too much into politics was simply a problem, even being on the phone setting up the whole Green Saber hit.
People who step in my way get off.
So do it! This week!
But later, Tenpenny then would speak on what he was about. That explains his demise. That being about percentages from all it's doing and what to give.
This ain't about being a good cop.
Cause this is a game of percentages, 24/7, 365. We just trying to screw as many bad guys as we can.
This was starting to show the bottom feeder role as well, involving himself into the main supply of income within the streets. This even building how he moved based on what he was up against.
Well, I deal with drug dealers, gangbangers, and psychotics. All of them chasing after a lot of money. None of them scared to kill me, you, or all our families if they think it'll help them.
And of course, he would show what he catered to.
That means letting some bad guys get away with that.
And sometimes it means doing shit that you ain't proud of, because you're strong enough and smart enough to understand the bigger picture.
But even with taking care of things when it came back down to his badge, it was to clear him to of course go back to the street side of things. But again, what that consisted of is telling alone.
I'll take that, Hernandez.
Hey, that's my paper, man. That's money.
This is drug money.
My money, man.
Taking CJ's money was nothing more than his bottom feeder role. And at this point, things like this was established for a long time.
You haven't forgotten about us, have you, boy?
Hell no, Officer Tenpenny. I was just wondering what took y'all so long.
Get in the car.
So of course he knew everything that was going on being in it, just with a badge being his armor.
I'm here to bury my moms. You know that.
Yeah, I guess I do.
Tenpenny only needed 2 officers with him, still again knowing everything going on, or playing alongside everyone else.
Boo!
Asshole.
Yo, Carl, see you around.
Fuck they doing over here anyway? Punk ass police.
Those nosy motherfuckers won't leave me alone. Think I'm Mr. Big or something. 2
things can be true, but as many know, even corrupting people like Smoke was why he even knew what was going on to even be engulfed. This alone led him into continuing the show telling things to his demise. Hearing everything Grove Street related, he of course was into the politics of it as well.
Yeah, I know you, Carl. I know everything about you.
Don't touch me, you pig hands.
That's right, Carl. I got my eye on you.
Oh, hell, man. They got their nose in everything. Can't shit without Tenpenny taking an interest. The hell with him.
But even with being into the politics, he made it to where it benefited him, how he always made it to be.
Morning, boys.
Man, who you calling boy, fool?
Well, what should I call you, midget?
How about prick?
Prick.
Bitch, get out of here.
Of course, he would take.
Ooh. Yeah, sweat me.
My wife loves this stuff, man.
But knowing who to put in certain situations based on, again, what was going on.
There's a train gonna make an unscheduled stop just down the way. And it's got a, how you say, little something on board for you boys.
Square business, man.
Although he called this square business, that consisted of another benefit, having a desperate go at it, making it look like help. But things like this showed how deep he was in to even have the gangs that did show up, but still showing, again, being overinvested while thinking how he moved was helping something.
Looked like Tenpenny told every gang in South Central.
Although he was in it, he was at a point of still thinking he was different.
What's happening?
Don't try to hit me up with that ghetto babble, boy.
But even would mention his entrenchment, going to say how he looked at things to be a ways and means type situation.
Officer Tenpenny, how you get my number?
Ways and means, you piece of shit. You been trying to avoid me?
And it would show he simply was comfortable as far as being who he was in LS. He just was in a uniform.
You're not busy unless you're doing something for us, you understand?
It would even show he didn't even hide his dealings, but again, showing how entrenched and normal things were to him.
Hey, Carl Johnson, CJ.
Oh, shit.
Come on over here, son.
But of course, being a cop was of course the only advantage, even with Tenpenny thinking again he wasn't the people he despised.
Now you get this straight. We own you. You're ours. We can shit on you from such a height, you'll think God himself has crapped on you. You understand?
Then of course, he sends CJ off for nothing more than a gang politic, even showing what made him even stem hate. But again, that not stopping his involvement at all.
Another gang banging, drug pushing, cop killing bitch just like you. We don't like him, and he don't like us.
Now you make sure he never leaves the neighborhood.
And even caring about a neighborhood, again, shows being too deep in street politics. Nothing bigger than that.
Not even in a box. Get the fuck out of here.
And his next encounter was of course the same exact thing. His only gain out of this was simply knowing he was a cop and he can have a gang with less influence, stop a gang with influence. But he was started off confirming, again, simply being too invested and even playing dirty.
Where you running off to, Carl? I thought we were friends. Yeah, whatever.
As an officer in charge of putting an end to gang violence, I find myself in a difficult moral position, Carl.
Yeah, right.
Of course, the moral decision was again simply picking who he wanted to benefit, but again, way too invested.
Carl, I'm hurt. I truly am. And just as I was about to help those poor Grove Street boys. Oh yeah? How? I like the status quo, Carl.
I like having all you bastards doing my job for me, blowing each other's guts all over the side.
Dumb bastards.
Now, if it's brought to my attention that one tribe gets an unfair advantage over another, that truly troubles me, Carl.
He even continued after informing Sweet about a baller's member death, in a way, his job even being done for him.
Peep this. Tenpenny just came by. Said that one of them ballers that you and Smoke laid out, Lil Weasel, is getting buried and all the OGs gonna be there.
And taking Glen Park over, of course the Grove member turned baller even knew he was set up by no other than Tenpenny.
Tenpenny, set me up!
Everything up until this point showed how Tenpenny was involved and in too deep, again, when it came to the streets to even benefit from it.
Shit, Smoke? Crash making you sell us out?
Corrupting while still setting things up for him, mixed in with favors, it was all to make him look like who he wasn't. And his badge made him not realize he was what he was. Again, having a reason to say the least.
You fucking sick motherfucker!
Intimidate those who intimidate others, Carl. It's my job.
And in a way, what he tells CJ Axalino was telling. Apart from knowing what he does and what he's about to say, that showed his entrenchment. Again, his thoughts were the same way a huge majority thought.
Take it
Yeah,
easy!
homies for life? Street loyalty? That's all bullshit, Carl. Didn't you learn that when they ran you out of town just because you let Brian die? Huh? Eddie, I can't deal with this guy. He's an idiot.
But on that side, another attempt to stop him was in effect. But of course, telling things would show.
For once, let's let the kid do something good with his useless life. He's gonna help us with the fight against crime. Right, Carl?
The crime Tenpenny is referring to is him about to be told on from his ways. But even him looking at it like that showed he really thought he was a street guy.
For some reason, we've got a little problem with a former friend of ours. He seems to disagree with some of our methods.
No, who could do that? Yeah, you'll never find anybody as fork-tongued as this snake-ass bastard. Soon as he gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar, he'll whistle any tune Internal Affairs wants him to.
And lastly in this, it's even revealed this being a weight lifted for him, of course having nothing on him.
I want you to pay him a little visit, Carl, and destroy all his evidence before he testifies.
Sort this out, Carl, so Officer Tenpenny can sleep easy at night.
Man?
And after this, will continue to show how many people with a badge were doing the same to him as he was supposed to do within the streets. But meanwhile, even his connections will show again how deep Tenpenny was in.
You the police?
No, we have a mutual friend and business partner.
Of course, he would be seen still playing the bottom feeder role while still showing being comfortable doing so.
Hello? Hello, somebody in there?
In here.
Check this shit out. What do we have here?
Yo, Carl. What up, kid?
Hey, what's happening? Is this undercover training? Oh, no, you must be off duty.
Yeah, whatever. Hush up, man.
Even brushing off this, what he was really supposed to be doing is telling alone. But of course, this turned into using, to say the least, to again stay in the streets.
Dudes, you want mushrooms, loons? How about some DMT?
No, not for me, man. I got a jet. Whew, shit. I'm fucked up. Yo, Carl, pay the man.
Whoa, man. I never thought I'd see that. A Fed out smoking me, huh?
And even by the time what he wanted was done, he couldn't do anything by the time he came.
Oh, man. Narcs, you fucking rat.
Dude, don't put that on me. You the one deal with Tenpenny.
And also, this type of raid didn't even move him. For the fact alone, he didn't get into the regular cop game. Instead, of course, working beside the other side. But moving forward, things still were too hot as far as the people looking into him. He had the streets on lock, but too much into that, even stopping things was those type of tactics.
Street cats don't call no cops.
Carl, he's a DA.
He down the line would even confirm who he targeted was to, of course, get back to what he made his job be. Not to change his tactics, but resume them.
What y'all want this time?
Well, what we want is to get on with our jobs in peace without some damn bleeding heart liberal poking his nose into affairs he won't even understand.
He doesn't know how the streets work.
And neither did them. But again, in the mud like it, on top of no respect, remorse, feeling like things had to be a certain way to keep a lid on things.
We don't know who's talking, but we know the reporter's meeting him today.
And even around this point, what Torino referred Tenpenny to be even was telling. He went to call him benign, something that wouldn't spread, but even him landing on Mike's desk showed the problem he really was. But even with Tenpenny trying to eradicate his tracks, things were of course still catching up to him. He knew he was way in too deep, to say the least. At this point, he wasn't even in LS, out the way, saying that to say his ways being paused. But even with his tensions rising, even more telling things would show. Being entrenched in lives he didn't even respect, hearing what he already knew, would show where he was at with things.
Hello, Carl.
Been a long time, huh?
Yeah, I was starting to miss you guys.
Now, why don't I believe you? Get over here!
Again, this shows Tenpenny's understanding that him and his ways wouldn't even be missed. And it would even show him being aware of his run closing.
Now, things have developed since the last time we met. Despite our best efforts, the gig's nearly up.
I'm sure you'll find some way to keep your badge. Your kind always do.
You still don't get it, do you, Carl? This ain't about keeping some fucking badge.
And him not even caring about his badge and keeping it at this point will reveal and of course confirm what he did want to keep. Even with corrupting it, lying to it, and bleeding it. The streets. He knew he was done without a badge, but not caring to keep it showed him trying to entirely get out at this point.
We all the same, Carl. You, me. We all trying to pull ourselves out of the hole.
And the hole he's referring to, of course, is the obvious at this point.
Somebody steps on me, I gotta step on you.
Getting a little edgy, fellas?
How you like that, you piece of shit? That give you any idea how edgy I am? Get up, bitch! You paying attention? Now there's a ruined town out west of here, Aldea Malvada. And there's some piece of shit DEA officer meeting with an FBI agent with a dossier. Now you get the dossier and you make both of them disappeared.
But getting his file, he would start cutting his ties.
Carl, you get that dossier?
Yeah, I got the files. What you want me to do with them?
Well, we need to meet up someplace quiet and take care of things. There's a ghost town, Las Brujas in the Devil's Castle. You know it?
Yeah, I'll find it.
I know you will. I'll see you there. Carl.
But again, in too deep though, with the street politics, cutting his ties would continue to consist of a certain mentality.
Hey, everything cool now?
I don't know, Carl. You snitch piece of shit.
You vato asshole! You sold us out!
Taking out Hernandez was what he called him snitching on him, showing him abandoning the protocol of a cop a long time ago. Alongside having snitches, shows the obvious.
Time to dig, Carl.
And of course, being slightly comfortable, he went back simply to his regular scheduled program.
You take care of things.
Huh? Where are you going?
To get drunk and get laid. You got a problem with that?
No, Frank, relax.
Good. I'll see you back at the precinct. And I'll see you in the next life, Carl.
The trial of allegedly disgraced police officers Frank Tenpenny and Eddie Pulaski began yesterday. Although Mr. Pulaski was not at court personally, prosecutors maintain both are guilty of murder, racketeering, drug running, and sexual offenses. Defense maintain officers were just doing their job.
Doing what Tenpenny thought his job was the same thing he became tried for anyway. But winning it, as many know, put the streets of LS in a state of anger, showing of course Tenpenny not helping anything, although he felt he did.
How does scum like Tenpenny stay on the streets?
Man, I don't know. Just the way shit's stacked, I guess.
But telling things would continue to show. Knowing LS was rioting because of him, he laid real low. Any and everything he did to the city at this point couldn't even help him, although still having influence to continue to control. So getting ready for an out, his chance to swoop in and do what he always did would happen, letting the gang violence happen for his benefit.
Carl Johnson, my man. I need you to do me another favor. You killed Pulaski, now this fat fuck? There's no stopping you. Drop the gun.
You ain't leaving here alive, man.
Where's your brother at, huh?
Why you just didn't shoot me in the back? Feeling exposed, huh?
That's exactly where he was at this point, alone. Again, the riot going on showed that alone. Many in the field he played in wasn't on his side when it came to now lack of protection, let alone how he moves to even have it at a time.
Shut your dumb ass up and load the bag. Come on, let's go. I ain't got time to fuck with you.
So what it's like, Tenpenny, huh? All alone? Nobody got your back? Suck, huh?
Why you think I'm alone?
And keep in mind, his badge was the thing that separated him to think he was any different when it came to what he played in. So of course he didn't see being alone, basically replacing Pulaski and Hernandez.
I got a couple of rookies outside, but I gotta open their eyes slowly, you know. Little truth here, little truth there. Alright, fuck it, that's enough. Chuck it over. I got a fire truck to catch.
You crazy, man. You lost. You gone.
But this alone reveals again him trying to simply get out until things died down, not entirely, which is of course telling to his demise.
Half the city's looking for cops to kill, Carl, and I ain't about to get dragged out of a patrol car and get beat to death by some angry mob. No, not tonight.
What you catching? A plane?
Ding, 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 ding! Good answer, Carl! You know, you're gonna thank me one day for opening your fucking eyes. Oh, I almost forgot, Carl. Time to die.
Sweet!
What?
It ain't over, Carl. It ain't over.
Even him saying things still not being over is telling. Meanwhile, his escape still would show he thought he was different.
Carl, you motherfucking piece of shit, gang-banging cocksucker!
And even chasing him, Many gangs were still to be seen on his side, still of course being what he always was to him. But ironically, a crash officer would crash, dying by the same thing he corrupted, had no respect for, and everything in between, that being the streets.
Come on, assholes! I'll take you all! You're mine! Mine! I run this town!
What made him run the town simply came to a halt. Even how he moved throughout came to bite him, no one willing to help from his ways.
Hey! Over here! Hey! Officer down, come on! Hey! Assholes! You never understood what I did!
And this continued to show him being in too deep. Throughout, we saw Tenpenny helping gangs, but even that came with tearing them down as well. Info on a gun shipment for them to kill each other is one thing, but even that came with him setting up the whole Green Saber things right before. And to top it off, that wasn't what his job even was in the streets, but again, just playing alongside other than fully against, while never realizing he was the one he thought he was against.
50 of me, and this town would be okay. I took the trash out. I did. And I'd do it all again.
Don't.
Without his badge, of course, Tenpenny couldn't survive. But with it, he played a role that, of course, gave the result it actually did, the streets. And being in too deep in it simply was the thing that caused his demise.
See you around, officer.
And our top story concerns the death of recently cleared police officer Frank Tenpenny. His body was found in the aftermath of the recent riot set off by his acquittal. Coroners took several days to identify the body, which had been mutilated and stripped by the homeless.